Hey everybody, this is part 2, and I am sorry my face is half done. I was actually recording us going through it, and my camera overheated. So I removed part of my makeup on the eye to show you the eye look, and I haven't done my lip. I have put on a little bit of blush, not a lot. Like I said, I have prominent, so I don't tend to put a lot of it on. I've already done my concealing. I may have to touch up, and I removed the stuff around my eyes just so I could do this again. Hopefully this is the last time and I don't have to do this again and again and again. Actually, the first time, this is actually the third time you're recording. The first time, it stopped recording midway through. I'm like, what the heck? And the second time, it overheated. Well, I'm like, well, why didn't it tell me that the first time? I would have let it cool off. So then I've been walking around with half makeup on, half makeup off. I just look crazy. So here we go. This is a sample set that I got with my Naked 3. It is Urban Decay's original eye potion. I put it everywhere, under the eye, over the eye. I just lather this stuff on. I'm giving it a good try, trying it different ways. I have primed my face previously with a Pacifica Jasmine Iris Oil Control Primer. I usually use this just on my nose and T-zone, right here on the chin. Today I did the whole thing because I just felt like it. I'm like, oh well. I felt like maybe I over-moisturized. Eyelashes are not helping me here. Because I had even done the mascara on the side and had to take it off, and then I had a bunch of loose, you know how it is. Anyways, that's done. Next step is eyeshadow. Okay. These, when I was playing with the green ones last night, I realized they had some fallout. Now, not a lot, and not all the shades. But the two green ones, especially tempting, I had quite a bit of fallout onto my cheeks. And these things are like shells that everything catches on. First color I'm going in is in this peach palette. It's Georgia. Your southern accent shows up when I say that word. Kentucky, Mississippi, and Alabama, too. It is one of those things. I learned how to talk down south when I was a kid, and when my parents divorced, we moved back to Seattle, Washington. I sounded so different, because not only did I learn how to talk down south, but my older brothers from my dad's first marriage both learned how to talk in Boston, so I was told I had a bit of Boston accent too. Different, but it works. So I had a blend, if you will. I was blended, well blended. Nothing wrong with being well blended, right? Smart aleck comment, right? Anyways, this is just me going back in for more of that Georgia. Just realized my camera has a 30-minute shut off. That's part of the problem I think I had earlier. Okay, kind of covered most of the lid and the Georgia, which is a peachy pink, and I like it. Next color I'm going in is Summer Yum. I'm actually really enjoying this color, having done this a couple times now. Okay, and I'm just patting it in to the eye. I'm not really smudging it in, I'm just kind of like lightly patting it because I want to get up higher. I have really deep recessed eyes, so then I go up here to make that recede more when I don't have any. Here we go. That looks good. A little bit more Summer Yum Yum. Summer Yum Yum. When I see this peach palette, I think it should be more like the peach tree palette, because it reminds me of the peaches, but also reminds me of the trees. The greens are that sagey color, and I could be wrong. I should have looked this up. I think the flowers they get are purpley pink, but I could be wrong. It would not be the first time. Okay, blowing that up a little bit. That Summer Yum Yum. Then we're going to come back charmed on show with... most of these tools I'm using are Eagle brushes. This is just a big fluffy brush that I got. I wish they would put numbers and stuff on theirs because that would save me so much hassle explaining. This is the dual-ended fluff brush and kind of detail. I use this one more than anything, I think, for that and the big fluff guy. And I have two of these big fluff guys now. I purposely went and bought the pack that had another one else because I like it so much. Alright, now I'm going into Charmed, I'm sure, which I have found that Charmed, I'm sure, does have some kind of reflectant in it. Not a lot. I did tap this one off because I found there was some fallout. Not a lot, but enough that I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to do a little bit more. Again, going a little higher because of how mine is. And you really gotta play to your eye. Everybody's eyes are different. Some are nowhere near set back as mine are. And you have to blow out loose particles throughout your use. I will be honest on that. But everybody's eye is different, and you gotta find out what works for you. And that's where playing and having fun and just enjoying your makeup makes a world of difference. I mean, hello. Nobody's perfect. What works for one person ain't gonna work for the next. Just be happy with what you have. I have friends who have like no hoods on their eyes. They're just like, eh. And I'm like, they always do the cut crease. I tried that. Yeah, don't look good on me. I just look like I got a big double black line. This is pretty good for me. I have been thinking about trying the halo eye where you darken the inside and have the halo spot right from here to here, where I tend to put the lighter in the middle. Might give that a shot one day. I was playing with it the other night and was not having any luck. I like Stephanie Nicole for that. She's really good at that particular style. I'm going to take Georgia again up here in the crease and kind of blend it in. I want to add that pinkiness to it because I'm going to need that down the road to help offset this darkness that I've been putting in. We're also going to come back later and lighten it up a little bit more with peaches and cream. Kind of an orangey, but this whole look is kind of brown, orange, pink. And I'm liking it. And now we're going to take Candied Peaches, which is the one I described before. It has micro glitter in it. I really wish the camera, well, no, you can kind of see it. At least I can on the screen. I hope you can. Micro glitter in a pink. And if these had been white bristles, you would have been able to see it better yet. But no, it is so peachy pink on the eyes. I'm really liking this color. I know a lot of people said there's not enough peach in this, but I think it's cool, and I think they should name it Peach Tree. But I understand they were trying to keep with the, chocolate was a food, so they're going for peach. Next should be the strawberry palette, the grape palette. I don't know. What else could you do besides strawberry and peaches and grapes? You could do banana. That'd be hard, actually. Banana and kiwis and strawberries, actually, when you break them down, they actually taste and smell similar. So I know there's some issues with those kinds of products. We're going in with peaches and creams and hitting here on the inside just to blend that down a little bit. Mind you, we left some of that color there purposely earlier, the Georgia. I'll come back with the Georgia, just drag it down a little bit. And then we're going to take the peaches. I'm using the detailer in, sorry. I should be telling you this as I'm going along, but I'm not. I'm just beep, 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 beep. Putting it just underneath the crease and then blending it in. Blending. Like I said, I don't want to spend 40 minutes blending. I'm going to watch my time too. Half an hour. Now we're going to take Summer Yum Yum. Sounds crazy, right? I'm going to take that and go over the brown. Drag it across, drag it in just a little bit to warm that inside of that part of that up. Not a lot. If you go overboard, you're going to notice it. But I found this works great for me. It gives me a very big eye. That doesn't sound right. Not at all. Hindsight, very big eye. Makes my eyes look bigger. That's better. Says the master to the child. Yeah, I'm being crazy. Apologize. Like I said, crazy day with losing the ferrets, and I'm enjoying this. I'm trying to get away and ignore life's little problems right at the moment. I will be back to reality soon, but for the moment, we're enjoying the fun. Okay, Summer Yum Yum on the fluffy end, again in the corner. Just to warm that brown up, because it can get a little brown, and I want the warmth. I'm all about the warmth, girls and boys. I like some warmth. It is cold outside up here in these parts. Sorry. I can't. Southern accent thing, right? I had tried a different one from Bare Minerals, the Queen Phyllis from the Bare Mineral line, the loose pigment. It is awful close to nectar. I mean, awful close. I find the nectar easier to use, but the Bare Mineral is a little bit shinier. But it's also a little yellower. But those two, ooh, very close. You could easily blend the two together to make an absolutely phenomenal color. Like start with the, I could easily see somebody who has really smooth skin taking the Bare Mineral Phyllis, Queen Phyllis, and going in the corner to here, and then taking nectar and going over the middle, and then taking Summer Yum just on the outside corner and dragging it down, and just putting eyelashes on and blowing it up a little, the Summer Yum just a little bit up here, and then taking the Peaches and Cream and blowing it up, and then really beautiful eyelashes. It'd be a phenomenal everyday look with a lot of glitter. It would look great on somebody with really smooth skin. I'm not so smooth skin anymore. I kind of wish we had some of this stuff when I was younger. At 39, my skin is actually starting to show itself. I think if I got into makeup a couple years earlier, well, I was kind of into makeup years ago, but then, you know, real life kind of happens, and you're like, it's time for this crap. And I realized I need to take care of myself and take care of me and do life. Everything things will happen when they happen. Actually, just touching up a little bit of the, there we go, the Summer Yum Yum right here on the eye. I don't want to lose it completely. I really like that color. I'm knocking my brush off in my color switch in between colors, and I like that because then I don't have to have 50,000 brushes of makeup that I have to clean every day or every other day. You know, it makes my brushes go a lot further. I can use the same brush. I have a couple of these, and I have a couple of that big fluffier one now, just so I can have like one set washing and drying while I'm using the other set. Or I can, you know, I wash mine probably every couple days, because with the color switch, I can make them last longer, which is really nice. Good way to make your money go further, right? And you can make it. It's just a piece of, I'll show it to you another day and give you a better review on it. The one I have compared to the original, but that's not what this one's about. This one is about a review. Oh man, you can see where the mascara smeared underneath earlier. Okay, we got the upper lid done. It's actually a lot quicker about it this time than last time. Last time it took me, when I redid it the second time, this is actually the third time doing this eye. Yes, the third time. I'm trying. I'm so trying. Knocking. If I don't use my color switch, I just knock it off on the edge of my vanity. I know it's naughty, but it's what I do. It's what I do. I'm gonna have to fix that eyebrow, because with all the makeup removing, reapplying, and moving, and reapplying, I think I've just done a little too much. But I don't want to run out of time, and my battery's running low. I hope this gets us through. We're almost there. I'm not doing this a fourth time. I kid you not. I'm not doing this a fourth time. Okay, we're going to start with dabbing motions, and then I tend to go backwards when I'm brushing it up underneath, just because I don't want to tug too much. I already do enough tugging, and I know I'm going to get yelled at for something I'm about to do here in a minute anyways. So I just try to dab it in as gently as I can. Sorry, I'm trying to do it in front of the camera, but I need the intensity of the light to see what the heck I'm doing. I may need a tad more. I've dried out the under eye with all the makeup removing. And I drag that out to try to help. And I pat it down onto my cheekbones. I have varicose veins in my top of my cheekbones because they're so prominent. Is that crazy or what? Right across here on both sides I have varicose veins. They're really small yet. The doctor says we can fix them. They can do a shot, but the whole thought of somebody putting shots in my cheeks kind of freaks me out a little bit. So for now, we're just gonna keep playing with covering them up. If they get really bad, I might look at doing something. But for now, we're good. And then to set the under eye, I use just the tiniest setting powder. People are like, but you gotta bake. I don't bake. If I was younger, I bake. I'm not young, I don't bake. And they're like, oh, it doesn't affect age. Well, maybe not on them, but on me it does. I have tried several times baking, and tons of times baking, and it's never worked out. Okay, we're going to hit the under eye. We're going to be using the only brush I really have besides one cargo one that is not a Eco Tools. And it is the Makeup Academy Professional Smudge Detailer in 311. I absolutely love this thing. The packing brush I was using with the other one is close, but it's not the same. And the only other thing that I find is close, because sometimes I don't get both of these versions washed, I use is this, this one says eyeshadow on it. See, I wish all these Eco Tools said this, but this one does. This one says eyeshadow, but it's so densely packed I can actually use this to smudge underneath too. But I prefer this one because I have more control. So we're going to take Summer Yum and go right underneath here. I'm going right over that mole, by the way, and I do have that mole. It's been with me as far back as I can remember. I know that sounds bad, but yeah, I've been. My mom, I know a doctor said one time to my mom about getting it removed. Mom's like, why? It's part of her. And I didn't get it even. Damn it. Let's darken this side up just a little bit. There we go. My eyes tilt down a little bit here on the outside. I have root with a scoop, a half scoop. So it's kind of, because my eyes are so set so far back in my head. Just ridiculous. I gotta be careful not to overdo this, because I'll have to blend out this corner. I usually do. Okay. Now that that's done, and we got that pretty good, you can wipe off most of the brush and blend it in a little bit. Sorry. Have it do something like this, to do this, to get it smooth. And then take Candied Peaches and go over it just a little bit. Especially in the middle, to kind of warm it up. And then we'll take Nectar. Just tap that corner to put some more light back into it, because when I put the foundation on, or concealer on, no, you're not going to see any foundation because I didn't put foundation on. I only put foundation on when I need it. I am kind of lucky. Most of the time my skin is pretty good. The one nice thing, the eczema, when it's not flaring up, my skin stays good. I do have a few blemishes that I spot cover. My skin does better when I let it breathe. But if I do need to use a foundation, I use It's Cosmetics CC Plus Illuminator. I wish I got the matte, not the illuminator, because sometimes if I have to go back like on a second coat because my skin's that bad, it don't look so good. I think the matte would have been better. And then I tried the Chanel Velvet Luminaire one. Beautiful. It hides the wrinkles, but it's too drying for my skin. My skin after the second time became cake face because of all the dry skin from underneath. During the summer, it'd be the only time I could use it, and I actually used it up, and I haven't bought it again. It's one they've had for a long time. Mature, oily skin won't really like that. But yeah, I've mentioned it to a few other friends. It worked pretty good. It worked pretty good. I actually got that from, she's a YouTuber, an older one, and I was watching her for a while. Her content kept being inconsistent. And, well, not inconsistent. She didn't know if she wanted to be a makeup guru or if she wanted to do other things. And I'm not against that because I do a little bit all over the place too, but I was looking at her for makeup because some of her projects are things that I don't get into. So I still watch hers occasionally, I just don't follow her anymore. Once in a while I'll pull her name up and see what she's got new. I wish I knew the name, but it's in my phone and I'm not dealing with it right now. Anyways, we got that done, and then I am pulling out my ancient eyeliner. I did notice that the stick's loose in here. So it's probably almost at the end of its life, but it still draws a nice line, so it just must be drying out and being loose in there. I wonder how far, no, I don't even want to try pulling it out because then I can't use it. I know. Ancient eyeliners, but if it works, if it works, wait, maybe this is something that works good. I'd actually try to replace this with the same one if I could find it. Probably use this one up quicker because I'd be wanting to, so I could get into the new one. And I think I mentioned, but I'm going to double check, the primer I used on my face, because even though I don't put makeup all over, I do put blush on. The primer I used all over my face is Pacifica Jasmine Iris IRIS Oil Controlling Primer from Pacifica. Really like it. Done. Eyebrows. Again, this thing gets a lot of use from me, this brush. That's why I keep wanting to get more, but when I went to where they sell the MAU, we don't have any of these brushes left every time I go in there. We only have one place locally, is CVS, and I actually got this one out of a kit I bought. That's the one where I had all those MAU color eyeshadows that I got rid of in that big declutter of mine. Ooh-wee. This is probably the best thing out of that whole thing is this brush. I only paid $7 for it after Christmas last year for that set, so $7 for a good brush isn't horribly bad, but kind of like, I got that. I got the lip kit. I only have the lip primer left for that one, just because I am so bad with suns. I put some blush on, but it's not quite as bright as I'd like it to be, so we're gonna come back with the Maybelline, not Maybelline, Wet n Wild Iconic Wine, Mellow Wine. I kid you not, I barely tapped that thing. Very gentle. That's it. People are like, you can go stronger. Oh, heck no. I use it more to carve than I do anything else. I kid you not. Look at it. Look at it. Yes, I'm knocking most of it off because I don't want to be... The other day I went to work and I got home and I realized I had like really intense blush back here. I don't only see back here because my jaw actually comes here and this recedes out back after here. A very distinct jawline. And everything falls back. Well, then I sometimes get a little bright back there and not realize it. So I'm throwing that away. Highlighter I used Hard Candy Tiki. And I use this and I just press it in. And that's all I do. I don't try to blend it out because all it does is make my pores look weird. Not a good thing. And not pretty. That's done. Highlighter, blush. I don't bronze usually. I do have two bronzers. I have a Wet n Wild one, and then I have a mini Lorac tannerizer. Don't need it with this look. It's winter. I don't need to be fake tanning and bronzing. Lips. So shall we go for a rosy or a nude? We're gonna go nude today because this lip eye look is so orangey. If I go rosy, I think it'll throw it off. I gotta go get this. I really like this. Next payday, my one treat for myself is this. I think one of these. And these aren't that expensive. They're like $9. $8. But still, I guess it is expensive for a liner, but if it doesn't feather, it's good quality. I can deal with it. And I just follow my line. I try not to overline because I find when you overline, sometimes it looks a little ridiculous with certain colors. And I could take it all the way to corner, but then that looks when I look like I overlined, so it's like, and then here I fade out so badly down here, it's like, where's my freaking lip line? So usually what I do is come down from the corner where this meets down to the bottom and back up. So if I overline anywhere, it's on my bottom. But it's like I said, it's hard to tell because it's faded so bad. And usually what I do is just feather it in. My lips look really dry right now, which is really funny because I've been putting so much moisture and balm on them. Too many years of not using any. I'm paying for it now. And then we'll throw gloss over the top of that. I think I'm going to be using, which one? Sugar. Sugar, sugar. Honey, honey. Sorry, I shouldn't sing. Buxom, gloss, and sugar. This is part of the frozen kit I got this time around. Really shouldn't do this much glitter on these creepy lips, but have fun while we can, right? Mascara, and we should be good to go. I'm using Tarte's Tartiest. Great for curl, which is all I've done in this one. I didn't do the second layer yet. I only did the first layer. So, this is, I'm doing it here. I'm not going to kill myself trying to do on that little screen. Great curl. I'm not going to say that, but I like their Lights, Camera, Action one better. In the purple, I've tried that sample. Now, I've heard some really good and bad things about the gold one. But I heard there's a dual brush where 1 and 2. Maybe people didn't understand that, because I know somebody else said they didn't even realize it until they hit it by accident. And somebody, oh, I'm so bad with names. Sorry, people. Really bad with names. There's a few people I remember, because I've talked to them so much on YouTube, but the other ones, if they never responded, then I don't tend to remember, or if I haven't followed them for a long time. Like Christine Croft and Stephanie Nicole are 2 I've followed for a long time on YouTube in the makeup world, and I like both of them. I don't comment a lot, which is funny, because like as long as I've watched both of them, I think I've maybe made 3 comments. Yeah, because Stephanie Nicole, I've watched her for just shy of 2 years. I was one of the beginning, I was in the first like 500 people who started watching her, but I never comment. Never comment, just watched her. Enjoyed her shows, I just never commented. I wasn't big on commenting back then. I was just kind of listening and learning. And then Christine Croft, I think is how you say her name. She is in Hawaii. Moving to the mainland as soon as she gets her. She paid out for the teeth correction where her teeth straighten out with the guards, you know, where it slowly adjusts everything. She paid for the full thing. Well, if she moves, she has to repay for the whole redo, because I guess they do the initial, then you have adjustments and things like that. And I'm like, okay, I can't blame you there. You put that kind of money out, and she paid it all cash. I'm like, I would do the same dang thing. Screw anybody else who gets mad about the fact I can't move. But she wants to move to, oh, where is it? Tucson, Arizona, I believe, or somewhere in that area. She's not being Pacific, and I can't blame her. I wouldn't either. I mean, I refer to certain areas so people have a general idea where I'm at, but I generally don't say my specific city. I might one day, who knows. Especially if I have threatened to move to warmer climates 6 times with my sisters. Usually I do that, wait till it dries, and then I throw it on a coat of this. Unfortunately, I need to stop recording because I'm about to die. This is it for the makeup. I still got to do my hair, but it is a mess, and that takes quite a bit longer. And I'm not going to do a 50,000 long mile video. Shake her out, shake her out, shake her out. You know, kind of lazy day here, but I'm not going anywhere. Just having fun with this. Bring you in for a close-up. Right in front of the mirror. There we go. So you kind of have a look what it looks like. Like I said, you can see how peachy it is in the middle here in the light. And how the color transitions out. But I think it looks good. pretty good anyways. Well, y'all take care. Have a nice day. Enjoy. Thanks for listening, letting me talk. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen and not the thing yet. I just need to talk and hang and just relax. And a lot of my friends are at work, so I can't really have anybody come over. And you all are friends to me too. Several of you have reached out and I've had conversations with, and I've greatly enjoyed that. Enjoy your day. Take care again. And I know I'm repeating myself. It is what it is. As my saying is, it is what it is. Life goes on. I'll go back to work tomorrow and deal with whatever, but for now, I'm just kicking, relaxing, and letting myself be calm and trying to be cheerful. Y'all take care, alright? Bye.